has so much to offer in terms of different types of music, different types of carnivals, cultural dances, and different types of religions and sports. The Humanities Communication Arts Department at Norwalk Community College presents The New Directors, the show that introduces you to television's future writers, directors, and personalities. And now join our host, Lauren Shaw.
Thank you for joining us for today's edition of The New Directors. All the people involved with this program are students in the television production course and are directing, switching, controlling audio, operating cameras, and acting as talent for the first time today. The guests you are about to meet are students who, not on camera, are behind the scenes working hard to bring this program to you with as few mistakes as possible. Each student will direct 4 different productions. This program will give them the chance to talk about themselves, the productions they are planning, and give you the chance to get to know them and watch their progress throughout the semester. Our guest today spent the first 11 years of his life living in Jamaica before migrating to the United States. Today he will share with us Jamaica's culture and way of life, from their music to their sports. We would like you to meet today's guest, Travis Brivett. Hello.
Thank you for having me.
Travis, what is the most defining moment in your life?
Growing up on the island of Jamaica. I have fond memories of growing up in Jamaica because of all the traditions the island has to offer. Reggae music is a very important part of their tradition. Bob Marley, who is Jamaican, is considered to be the king of reggae, and although he's been dead for years, people still listen to and enjoy his music. After he died, his home was turned into what is known today as the Bob Marley Foundation, that is visited often by tourists as well as the citizens of Jamaica. Carnivals are also a very important tradition. There are different types of carnivals that take place annually where people dress up in costumes and eat, drink, and dance. Carnivals last the entire day and is basically a day of pure excitement. People crowd the streets and dance with each other regardless of whether they know each other or not. Religion is also a very important tradition. Religion has been a part of Jamaica's culture since Jamaica received its independence. Almost everyone you speak to says they are religious. If you are religious, you are referred to as being a Christian. Although not everyone in Jamaica is religious, there are certain days where all Jamaicans are in church. You can find all Jamaicans in church on New Year's Sunday, Easter Sunday, and Christmas Sunday. Jamaicans love sports as much as they love cooked food. People line up for hours to get the opportunity to go to the stadium to watch different races. On a yearly basis, people also go to watch different matches. There are also sports clubs available for citizens to talk about their favorite sports and teams. People also place bets on different teams as whether they will win a game or not.
That's great. Could you tell us why you decided to take the television production course?
I enjoy watching television, and I have always had a fascination regarding what goes on behind the scenes in terms of putting a show together. I always wanted to know about the different cameras that are used to take certain shots, and also the camera techniques that are utilized to create certain features or animation in a TV production. I mostly thought I would have more of an appreciation for actors and all the behind the scenes people if I had a more understanding of the hard work that has to be done behind the scenes before the final product is put on the air.
Well, what are the most useful things you have learned in television, Juan?
I learned the proper way to use a camera in terms of putting it on a tripod and also moving the camera on the tripod correctly. I also learned certain camera techniques like how to zoom in for a close-up and how to zoom out to see a complete person or object. I have come to the realization that everything on TV is a product of editing. I learned from doing editing on Avid that it's important to have consistency in scenes. Most of all, perfect editing doesn't cause a distraction for the viewer. If editing is not done properly, the viewer will spend more time focusing on the bad editing rather than on the storyline that's taking place.
That's great. Tell us about the productions you created for the TV1 class.
I shot a campus story which consisted of me creating a non-verbal script, that requires action for the viewer to know what's taking place in the scene. I had to shoot multiple takes of various scenes to have extra footage when it was time to do editing. I had to also know when it was necessary to do close-ups to show a specific object so the viewer will realize the significance of that object or what the object was being used for. For the learning project, I learned the importance of having an establishing shot for each scene, and I also learned about fading to black and fading from black. I learned the significance of cross shots with one or two people, as well as of over-the-shoulder shots.
That's great. Now, I know you had one project that you felt was your best. Why don't you tell us about it while we watch part of the video?
The academic festival is my favorite project because I learned some new things involving the camera. I teamed up with another student to do this project, and while he was recording the lecture, I realized he never moved the camera. I was wondering how he could get all the necessary shots he needed, like close-ups or an individual shot of a person while that person was speaking. I then realized that there are certain components the camera has that allows you to zoom in and out to a particular person or thing without moving the camera, and as a result getting shaky footages.
And so after learning how to shoot and edit these projects, what would you like to create next?
Nothing in particular really. My only plan is to transfer to a 4-year university where I plan to take more TV production classes to enhance my abilities and, get more information regarding how to better myself in this business.
That's great.
Thank you.
Today we got to meet someone who shared with us the culture and way of life in Jamaica. As a new TV director, he hopes to apply what he has learned from NCC to further his budding career in television production. He also plans to use the new knowledge from television to work behind the scenes of television shows. We would like to thank Travis for joining us today. Thank you, Travis.
My pleasure.
We hope you enjoyed meeting one of the television's future directors, and we hope you will continue to join us each week to watch our progress. Thank you, and have a good day.
This has been The New Directors with your host, Lauren Shaw, directed by Adam Rubin. I'm your announcer, Adam Bogdan. The New Directors is a Norwalk Community College student production.